All right. Hello, everyone. We are live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As for the ones that have been sitting in the chat for a little bit, tell me what state you watching from. Hey, Mr. Hank, we already got you done started from New York. I see I have Miss M and S Mobile Notary from Mississippi. Let's see. So, who here is excited for today's live? We're actually going to dive into the topic of business credit. I believe most everyone on here is notaries, for the most part in the chat, but we're going to be talking about business credit and how to actually really get it established. And it's not going to be me talking about it, guys. I actually have some wonderful guests here who created pretty much a masterclass, but we're not going to get into that. But they are the experts in establishing the business credit. That's not my lane. So I want to go start with Miss Renee. Allow her to introduce herself, tell us who she is, and how she got started into this. So there you go, Miss Renee.
Hi, everyone. My name is Miss Renee. I'm known as Miss Notary Consultant. I am the owner of California Notary Agency, which is a signing service out of Beverly Hills, California. With that being said, I've been a notary for quite a while, and I am known from a corporate accountant. So I specialize in accounting and expertise when it comes to notary, taxes, and strategies. And I'll give it to my partner.
Miss Leslie.
Okay. Hello, everybody. My name's Leslie, and I am also a notary as well, but my experience is in the real estate industry. I've been a real estate broker for about 8 years and a personal and business credit specialist. And I'm excited to be able to tell you guys everything that we know about it tonight and just answer any questions that you may have.
Absolutely. And Ms. Leslie, it's nice meeting you for the first time. I never met you or spoken to you, well, prior to our conversation, but this is my first time. So nice to meet you. And Ms. Renee, we're not going to skip over you and what you do every Wednesday morning on the Clubhouse, ma'am. Your daily room. So can you talk about your room just for a little bit? Because that's you. That Wednesday is yours. Can't nobody take that from you.
Yes, absolutely, not a problem. So we created. It's been going on about 6 months consistently at this moment. We are known as Early Morning Dropping Gems under the Notary Room, which is a collaboration of ladies, Miss Ashley and Miss Latanya. And so we just come on at 3 o'clock in the morning, Pacific Standard Time, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we talk about, I'm telling you, we talk everything notary when it comes to just everything. And we talk about for about 4 to 6 hours, just nonstop. So we're typically known as subject experts. We have loan officer, real estate agents on it, and also real estate attorneys that just talk all day. So stay tuned every Wednesday at 3 a.m.
Absolutely. I don't put your social media links in here too, but I remember when Renee first started the room, I thought she was a little crazy for it, but you know what? She shows an example of, because when you think 3 o'clock in the morning, like who's going to wake up? Now everybody's up at 3 a.m. to be in her room, but it really happened because Renee is like very consistent with it. She has not missed a Wednesday. Well, I don't think so. I don't think she missed a Wednesday, and she's very consistent. So that's why it works. So that's just some little bit of motivation for you all. So as we get started, I would like to know here in the comments, everybody, who in here has actually already started the process of business credit? Like, where are you at? Are you curious about it? You want to know what it is? So let me know here in the comments. And I'm going to get started with my questions. Is it for you, Miss Leslie, correct? Let me pull these questions up that I have for you all. Yes, ma'am. Oh, I had the document up. Let's see. Let me go on YouTube. So the comments get a little delayed. So I know Sharon says that she was interested and curious on how business credit works. So Ms. Leslie, what is business credit anyway? Right, let's get to the basics.
The meat of it. Okay, sure. So business credit is basically credit that is created separately from your personal credit profile. So everybody is familiar with having Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian for their personal credit. which, you use whenever you're going to go apply for a credit card, a home loan, and etc. Well, you can have the exact same thing established for your business without it being tied to your personal credit. So it will allow you to be able to establish credit cards and other forms of trade lines that you can use to leverage to build your business with, so that you're not personally liable for it. So it's definitely great for any business owner to have, just so that they are not getting themselves deeper in debt personally.
Absolutely. So what is the purpose on why a person really, I mean, what is the purpose of them for really wanting to build business credit?
Mm.
One of the main reasons that especially startup businesses need to build business credit is because you will hear the statistic a lot that most businesses fail within the first 2 to 5 years. And the number one reason that they are failing is because they don't have access to capital and they do not have cash flow. Well, if you're using the cash flow that's coming into your business in order to survive off of just for basic living, and you're trying to use it for marketing and funding your business as well, of course, you're going to drain your funds. So business credit helps alleviate that. You can pay for things like the materials that you need for your business, the marketing you need for your business. It's a way for you to be able to keep going so that you can grow, because it's all about being able to leverage it so that you can build.
Okay, I like that word leverage, and that's what kind of sparks my interest just a little bit. Leveraging basically, other people' money in a sense, um,
Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
or flipping money, or as what I'm saying, same kind of concept a little bit. So here in the comments, I know we have some people. Everyone in here is in different phases on getting business credit. We have Miss Woods. She just applied for her DUN number. She wants to know the next step. So while we get into that, that's the next question. So what are like some of the basic steps on how people can get started with just establishing business credit?
Absolutely. So, what I like to tell people is that whenever you're starting business credit, it's really important that you start out with the foundation, what I call the fundability piece. Like, it's very important that they establish a business bank account, set up a proper structure like an LLC or corporation. I know a lot of people are sole proprietors, but when it comes to building business credit, you really need to be an entity. Um, it's establishing your EIN, getting that DUNS number, having a proper email address. You want to have all of those things in place whenever you're first starting out, because without it, if you start to build your business credit without having every single one of those in place, you will hit a hiccup and a roadblock, and you will start getting denials.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen research about some things like that. People getting denied applying for business loans, been in business. Well, they thought they was in business for 10 years, but then when it really boils down, they have not been in business because they may not have an EIN, or they're funneling all their money, in their personal account. So my next question for you is, what phase should someone, a business owner, start building their credit? Is this something like for new startup businesses only, or could it be for someone who's been in business for a long time? What is your answer to that?
Yes. So it's for any business, whether they're a startup business, or if they've been in business 15 or 20 years. It's never too late to start, but it's always best to start early. So I recommend that you start this process as soon as you decide that you're going to start a business. So whenever you're deciding on your business name, your location, you need to be thinking about, okay, I'm going to be building business credit with this, because all of that is important. Like, your address is so important when it comes to building business credit that you don't want to have to go back and change it on everything because you wasn't thinking about that in the beginning.
Absolutely. Yeah, I had a student who mentioned something about that. Let me see. I'm up here.
just adding to that, it's just
Go for it.
necessary in the notary community to build, because we constantly are paying for supplies. We're constantly paying for that, and our cash flow is affected by it when it comes to that. So leveraging business credit is just a must when it comes to notary industry, because from paper to tires to you name it, right? Just to make sure we're successful, because typically we get our money net 30 terms.
Okay, and I have a question. So I guess, what kind of guidelines is it when using business credit? Is there a lot of like strict rules and guidelines when you're using the business credit? So let's say, you receive a credit line, I guess, or a business credit card for your notary business, but your end goal might actually be for another business. So is there any type of restrictions or guidelines that people will have to make sure they follow when they're in the process of actually using business credit?
There are no strict guidelines. You can essentially use the credit you receive to fund another business. There are no restrictions there. So you have open availability with that.
Okay. I see we got some questions here in the chat. Now, would you want me to go through some of these? Because some of these are kind of, and I'm just going to run them through, Ms. Leslie, okay?
Okay, just pick whatever.
Okay. Let's see. I already did that one. What's this? Net 30 accounts. Who do I purchase goods from? Will report to NAB. All this is foreign language to me, guys, because I don't deal with the business credit.
Okay.
So I'm just listening.
I want to answer that because that question is just a little bit incorrect. Okay. So NAB is a credit monitoring system. So that is essentially like the same thing as like a Credit Karma, but it's for your business. So when companies report, they're not necessarily reporting to NAB. NAB just allows you to see your 3 business credit reports, which is Dun & Bradstreet, Paydex Score, Experian Business, and Equifax Business. So your net 30 accounts, when you make those purchases, it reports to one of those 3 bureaus, the DMB, the Equifax, or Experian business reports, not necessarily NAB. NAB is strictly for credit monitoring. But as far as who do you purchase from for a net 30, the most common one that people will purchase from in the beginning would be Uline and Quill, and actually NAB. NAB is a trade line that can be reported if you sign up for their paid subscription.
Oh, okay.
And also joining the Notary Masterclass that we're hosting on July the 16th, where we give you so much information, so many trade lines to sign up for. But just the beginning, absolutely, just to get started, to make sure you boost.
All right, Ms. Renee, thanks for bringing that up, because that's what I was going to bring up next, because, she was speaking some terms over there. I don't even know what that is. So, I want you to go into detail. Before I know, Christina, I do want to ask you a question, but I do want Renee and Ms. Leslie to speak about this business credit class they have coming up here shortly. You're more than welcome. Actually, I'm put up the landing page for you also.
So yes, talk about Ms. Dawson. Why do you think it's important for us to kind of provide? So I pretty much collaborated with Ms. Dawson. This is our second collaboration when it comes to just financing in the notary industry. And we felt that it was so much misconception out there, people doing one thing, people doing another. So we came together to really cultivate, what do you do? We made it a 3-step process, very simple, to start the right way when it comes to business credit. Understanding where it comes from and how to do it effectively. Do you have any acts on to why we created and what the purpose of the masterclass is, Ms. Dawson?
Yeah, the masterclass is definitely something that's going to be beneficial, because we've structured it in a way to where it's geared specifically towards notaries. And we're going to break down every step of the process in detail, like the order you should go in. We're going to be explaining things like how you can get cards in your business name, printers, and all of those things that you need in order to grow your notary business, but with the proper steps. Because like it's definitely hard to go over it all on maybe like a 30-minute Zoom like we're doing tonight, because there's so many moving pieces, and we wanted to be able to break it down to where it was understandable and for people to have time to be able to have Q&As and for us to be able to help you on like individual basis during that time.
Okay, absolutely. So the class is a 3-day workshop. I'm echoing. Renee, do you have me on something? Hold on. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why it's like a little echo. Can you all mute yourself for a second? Because sometimes, all right, there you go. So it's something on. If somebody's playing it on something else, it's causing it to echo, I think, or something. Cause I'm not hearing my voice. Dang, I forgot about to say. Oh, so someone asked about where to sign up for the class. So hold on one second. I'm actually about to pull up the link. Because they have started playing some music. When I went to the website. Oh shit. There we go. Let me share the screen. Okay. All right. There we go, everybody. So hopefully you all can see it, but I know Renee kind of went into it, but it's actually a 3-day workshop. Is it 3 days or 3 sessions? Oh, I'm interested.
Yes, it's a 3-day masterclass. And I thought that it was very important to have it 3 days, kind of just like you're going in to really understand the process, to be completely honest. And I thought that it was just very crucial. So 3 days is enough time to really get what you need to take away and to do the work.
Okay. And so in the class, you go over business structure. So I know there was people on here asking about what business structure they should use, get set up. And yeah, I do provide that guidance, the proper business address. So that would answer the question about should you use a virtual address, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Is somebody's having a problem connecting? What is the secret website? I mean, not this. What is the secret? But I mean, like, I guess I'm trying to understand. Like, what is the website?
The website would be Dun & Bradstreet. That's where you get started. That's the secret website to unlock your PDX score. Mm-hmm. The secret section where everything starts to unlock it.
Okay. Just making sure. So do you have any type of prereqs for anybody that wants to do this masterclass? Is there any things that a person needs to have in place prior to take the class, or anybody with a business can sign up?
I would say no. If somebody hasn't started yet, that's even more reason to take the class, because they're getting a fresh start and they know they're setting it up right from the beginning, and they're not going to have to go back and fix anything that may have been done wrong. So that's even more reason to sign up.
Okay. And would you mind just going through, and I want to do some of these questions a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me see. Did I do this one? Said my question is, what options do I have if I don't want to use my home address for an EIN number?
Mm-hmm. If you don't want to use your home address, then the option is to get a virtual address.
All righty. Miss Sylvia, hope we answered your question. Miss Latanya asks, have you tried quills for Chase? Oh, no, that's for Sharon. My bad. It said, is a virtual address accepted for a DUNS number?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Do you have to be an S Corp to get bid credit?
You do not. But you do need to be an entity. So you need to be an LLC or C Corp, and you can be an S Corp. What you cannot be is a sole proprietorship, because you'll start hitting roadblocks if you're just a sole proprietor.
Yeah, those roadblocks are so like dangerous. Just to emphasize that. There are some people probably, oh, I got a cool account with my sole proprietorship, or I got a Uline. But the moment that you get into like tier 2, tier 3, totally roadblocks. So this course is really talking about those roadblocks and really setting it up. So that's why that day one is so important.
Okay. All right, Miss Christina, how about that? You next, Miss Christina. So she asked, for mobile notary, will you be able to get credit if you're using your home address as a business address? And this was her next thing. She said, I just filed my LLC today, so I'm wondering if I need to immediately change my home address to something else.
You would want to change it to a virtual address.
Okay, so I guess my next question is, when people set things up wrong, for example, they set up their business wrong, how difficult it is to go back and fix some of the mistakes?
Yes. It's not really difficult, but I will say it's time consuming. It'll just make your process take a little longer when it comes to establishing business credit, because normally you can generate your business scores in under about 45 days. But whenever you have things that you have to fix, that might make it take 60 to 90 days, just depending on how quick you can get it updated.
Oh, okay. Just a little curious. How to build your pay debt score, I guess. Is that what they say?
Yes, to generate a pay debt score, you have to have at least 3 trade lines reporting, and it can be as simple as the 3 that we had mentioned earlier: the Quill, the Uline, and the NAB.
Okay. All right. This is probably the last one. So what website is the best to get the virtual address?
I wouldn't say a website is best. I would say check your local area to see if you can find like a mom and pop virtual office, just because a lot of the big box brand virtual offices, you'll find that it's already in the system for a lot of vendors and creditors that they know it's a virtual office and they'll flag it.
Yes, I think that's so important. And then just, why would a notary get a virtual office? I think it's one of the things. It's going to help. Being a virtual office is not just necessary for business credit. I have a lot of testimonies that notaries have virtual offices. And what happens is they have title companies in that virtual office, right? There's other companies in the virtual office. They get a lot of general notary work from the virtual office, right? Because they know they can come to your notary. So I think that it's another way of marketing yourself and branding yourself also. If you utilize it, it won't be a cost.
So I guess I'm just kind of curious with the virtual addresses, because Google, they don't allow people to put virtual addresses on there anymore.
They do. So what you're probably running into, if you're not able to put the address on Google, is you have one that's been flagged as a virtual address. That's why it's important to get a local one, because whenever you put it in, it's just going to show like a local office building.
Yes.
Okay.
Miss Leslie, do you want to give them just like a notary tip when it comes to what is any time box? And they sell it all the time. Like, I could just go to my local UPS and buy a box. Is that okay? Like,
yeah, so one of the main things you don't want to do whenever you're getting a virtual address is use a place like UPS or the post office, because it shows up as what's called a PMB. And that is just showing like you have a box number. They are hip to that. So you want to avoid that at all costs. And some virtual addresses, when you get them, so say for example, you call a local office building and you ask if they have virtual office services. You want to find out if they are even giving you a mailbox there, because if it doesn't say like a suite number and it's going to say mailbox number, you're not going to want to use that. So it's important to ask those questions before you sign up for the service. What would my address be is what you want to know.
Oh, okay. You done schooled me on something. Let's see. So Miss Sylvia said you did answer a question. She said, you answered my question. Someone from Clubhouse told me I will be denied for business credit if I use virtual or my home address? But I guess what was her question?
So just clarifying that is business credit, it's always good to go with a virtual office to be very successful throughout the tiers. Having your home address, we don't recommend it at all because you will have a roadblock. I think that's what we have kind of clarified a couple seconds prior.
Is it because it has to be a commercial property or something? Is that why it would be roadblock? I mean, I'm just kind of curious on why, because some
Well,
people use their house address.
one of the number one reasons it's a roadblock, and a lot of people don't know, DMB, which is your paydex score, they are now putting a picture of your business location on your business credit report. So whenever you're having your credit report pulled, that creditor is going to see that it's at your home. And though most people are working from home for now, it doesn't look as professional. So some companies, they're not going to want their products shipped to your home for security reasons and things like that. So that's why it's important to have a professional address. Just like it's just as important to have a professional email. It's all about what it looks like.
Oh, okay. I'm just curious. I didn't know. Renee, I'm working in feedback from. I can hear myself for some reason. Hello. All right, there we go. No.
Maybe it's coming on my
Leslie,
end.
mute yourself for a second. All right, Renee, unmute yourself. All right, I think it might be Leslie then. I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know. I'm done with technology. With that point. All right, so I believe that is all the questions. Let me see. Because sometimes YouTube will filter them. All right, we already went into this 3-day class. So Miss Renee and Leslie, do y'all have anything else that y'all would like to say about the class? Any final pointers for anyone on here?
I would just say it's very informative. Instead of going to different YouTube, trying to figure it out yourself, you have one centralized platform that's going to teach you from the beginning, okay, into where you can unlock your score, okay, and then also go all the way until tier 2, and all of what we're providing you, you can get up to about 50,000 worth of business credit, right? That can use for your business. Like you need tires, right? How many times we check our tires? That's part of the formula. So stay tuned and come have fun with us and learn for 3 days.
I do have a question then. I guess everybody wants to know how long. So I know you can't guarantee nobody's success because at the end of the day, it's depending on if you do the work on what you do and your actions. But how long can typically someone can actually, after the process, how soon can they actually receive business credit or go start applying for business credit cards and things of that nature?
Yes. So for like the starter accounts, you can typically get that done within the first week. As far as credit cards, I'll tell you that would take like the first 90 days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so absolutely. So we start the class off kind of in the beginning, making sure that all the checklists have been taken care of. People have done, I use my personal, and then we look it up, and it's like your personal address and your business address, your Secretary of State, just a lot of different things are just not within line. So we give you a checklist the first day of just what things to make sure that you take care of. And then after that, depending on how the class goes, we'll be launching advanced level, right? And that looks like that we'll be doing that September the 23rd, advanced business masterclass for notaries.
Okay, so we have some questions here about the class. Ms. Christina wants to know, will the sessions be recorded for replay?
Yes. So every week the class will be recorded and it'll be available the next following week.
All right. Ms. Latanya, I have a trade line with my business and have my business package delivered to my home. About that? Yeah.
Right. And yeah, we're not saying that it's not possible. We're just saying that it's going to cause you some problems later on if you're trying to build more business credit. because majority of companies will not do that.
Right.
Okay,
So there's like tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and there's lots of different tiers. You may successfully got that done at like lower tiers, but once you try to advance, roadblock.
Oh, okay, that's exactly what I'm about to say. Kind of ask you, or just kind of clarify that. I guess with building business credit, it's kind of like walking you through levels known as tiers. But you might get away with something at this tier, but the higher that you're moving up, the harder it is to try to get approved for certain things if it's not right from the very beginning. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, just making sure.
Now you know. Now you know. You understand. You got educated. Excellent.
Yeah, I probably just gotta go on Google and look up some definitions and stuff real fast, but probably won't. But I just like to stay in my lane. So Miss Sylvia, she said, if I can't come to the masterclass due to babysitter issues, do you work with individual clients? So I guess, do you provide individual coaching or consulting with people starting business credit? Miss Leslie?
Yes, I do. I do work with people one-on-one.
Okay, no, hold on. Let me put her information in the chat. Matter of fact, so that answer your question, Miss Sylvia. Let's see. So, Miss Leslie, did you have anything that you wanted to say?
I don't think so. I'm not really a talker, but I definitely no. Renee just pushes me out here. Guess you say she's persistent. So, but
you didn't have to say that on camera.
Yes, I did. I had to keep it real. But no, I'm excited for everybody that's going to attend the class so that we can help as many people as possible. That's mainly our goal, is just to help everybody in the community.
Absolutely. So I did. Oh, I put the wrong link in there. My fault. Let me put Miss Leslie's information in here. All right. Oh, man, she went out. She might be back, hopefully. Let's see. Hold up. We have one more. So just to confirm with Renee, you'll be able to watch the classes by recording it. Is that right? If you purchase the master training?
Yes, you can have your own personal access once you purchase the class, and then a week after, you'll be able to log in to the next recording, right? So it's a live port, and then after, you have the recording.
How long? Oh, how long do they have access to that? Is it 6 months or a year?
No, you have unlimited access. Unlimited access as long as the course is there.
Roger that. Ms. Sharon asked, how much is the class? I think $97.97, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, one-time fee.
Yes, ma'am.
You better get on it now, because you know why.
We definitely made it very, very much affordable. Okay, this information is definitely worth so much more. So me and Miss Leslie was kind of battling, right? In regards to that, just because of the fact that it's worth so more. Okay, but just like you guys know, I try to make stuff as affordable as I can, right? So I just wanted you to get a touch of it, right? And then of course the advance will not be the same price, but get on it, take advantage of it, do the work, because it is work. I'm not going to lie. It is work. Okay. But we give you the tools to make you successful.
Absolutely. And, I do love the word affordable also, but, I'm big on, I'll do anything that's going to shorten my learning curve. Like, to be honest with you, if something is going to shorten my learning curve and everything is going to be in one setting, one place, one location, I'll pay for it just because I don't like spending time trying to find information here. Because if you look at YouTube and search how to build business credit, you know how many videos pull up, and then you have to figure. Then it's different tiers. So now I'm thinking like, okay, now I gotta go tier 1, figure out what I need to do there. figure out it's just a whole lot. I'm just getting stressed like just thinking about all the stuff. So
Right. Right.
I like everything in one location, and
It's
then
pretty much just going to a university, right? You have what is undergrad, what is graduate. We're giving you the undergrad. I'm all about teaching it that way, right? Then once you graduate from that, we'll teach the graduate for you to now get a successful opportunity for what you choose for your business.
Absolutely. So I look forward to seeing you all in the workshop for the three sessions. I do have the link actually pinned to the comments on the YouTube. I will put it here in the comments again. Make sure you have to use the affiliate code. What is it? Notary One?
No,
That's
it's Institution One.
Oh, my bad.
So if you want to get 5% off of the price, go ahead and use Institution One, which is for Miss Notary Institution.
Yes, ma'am. I think I read that wrong myself. I didn't read the 5%. I had read that wrong.
Yes. So everyone that's watching this video and you use her code at checkout, you'll definitely get a 5% discount.
Well, I'm excited. And more than anything, really just for people to have access to the information. That's what I'm big on. So here, Miss M&S, I got some compliments here. Thank you for the affordability. I saw another class that was extremely expensive. I'm beginner. So ladies, thank you. All right. So I think that is all. Miss Leslie, Renee.
Well, thank you so much, Miss Notary Institution. I always call you Miss Notary Institution.
You do that.
But I really appreciate you taking this opportunity to let us come onto your platform to just educate. We all believe in educating the right way. That's one thing that we do share in common is educating notaries in the right way, not to do it in the wrong way. So we share the same love, and I definitely want to say I salute you, my buddy.
Yes, ma'am. Hopefully I can make it next Wednesday to the clubhouse room, ma'am. I'll be trying. But
I'll be getting up at 3 a.m. I know you can get up. What, 5 a.m.?
I need somebody here to tell me what to do. I need my sergeant or something. I need a battle buddy.
No problem. I'll be that. I got that persistency.
Yeah, I need something because I be trying. But don't forget about you, Miss Leslie. I know you was helping out with the notaries and the PP loan. Let me ask you a question before we go though about, are they opening up the PP loan again? Because I think I had seen something. We got the notaries here. I know you got notary PP.
But let's just tell them the win. Let's really tell them the win. We was able to service 150 notaries. Okay, that comes out to a total of $1.3 million of loan generation of forgiveness ones. Okay, so we was able to help that many notaries, and that was a success. We just finally got those tallies, and that was in 1 month. Okay, so imagine when it actually ran out, what we could have done in the total amount of time. So I'll give it to you, Ms. Dawson.
And to answer your question, there is talks about reopening the program, but that has not officially been approved with no hard date yet. So,
I need to stay off YouTube then. I need to stay off them YouTube videos. That YouTube video I read was misleading me.
Yeah, there is no hard date. Yeah, Notary PPP, the website is up and still dated. We're working with our lender, A10 Capital. We are in connection with the principal of the actual firm. So once we get the go, we're up and running, and just stay tuned to that.
Yes, ma'am. I'll make sure I stay tuned too so I can get these notaries connected to have access to some money.
Yeah.
But everyone, thank you for joining us, and we will see y'all hopefully in a workshop. Bye.
All right. Bye. Thank you.